This video was brought to you by A-List CBD and A-List Unlimited. Are you tired of looking through CBD products and not knowing what the heck is going on? What are these products even? Do you hate going to smoke shops and people there don't even know what they're selling? Come through to A-List CBD and A-List Unlimited. We actually test the products ourselves, that way we can give you an accurate description of how it works and how these products will make you feel. We carry trusted and proven brands like CBDMD and 7th Hill CBD, as well as other smaller brands that we like and trust. Give us a follow on Instagram for updates on restocks, new inventory, and sales. We also ship to all 50 states with priority shipping. Just send us a message on Instagram. Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Let's hope it works. Yo, what is good, YouTubes? It's your boy Ray, and this is the Everyday City Carry. And tonight, I actually have a really special guest, man. This is one of my good friends, Metal Complex. Yeah.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. Thank you for doing the show. I've been excited. I've been watching your stuff, to try to brush up on what you're doing. And I'm like, man, he's still doing the damn thing and just killing it, you know?
I'm still trying to get over the flattery of you calling me a really special guest. That's really nice. Thanks.
Bro, what are you talking about? You just hit 80K subs. You're doing a crazy giveaway on Saturday. Right?
Oh, thanks. Yes, I am. I am excited. I am. Thank you. It's just fun. We talk every day, you know, it's just like, oh man. So great. This is cool. I'm glad to be here for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps out your boy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy because I feel like I'm hanging out with giants, and then I'm like just trying to like be silly and make jokes and stuff. And lately, we've all been talking about watches, right?
I know. I can't like every time I go back in there, I'm like, oh. They're still talking about like, listen, I like watches, right? I do, but like I have nothing new to contribute. So I go and I look and I'm like, should I put a GIF in there? Should I put a GIF in there? That'd be fun. No, never mind. So I just have nothing to add. You guys are all into watches right now.
Yeah, and it's like I throw in the occasional like meme or a video that I found on TikTok that's funny, like that X-Men thing.
Mm.
Dude, that's the stuff that I watch, you know. You know what? Let me ask you this. Do you watch a lot of knife reviews?
So I'll tell you, this is what I watch for knife content.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not, like, what I try to do now that I feel like I know everybody really well, if there's something I'm after, I try to watch videos from people who I have no idea who they are, just to get like a weird, like out of the ether kind of perspective, right?
Wow.
But when I'm ironically, to get on the flip side of that, excuse me, I will watch Pete, Cedric Aneta.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch Advanced Knife Pro.
Yeah.
Excuse me. If you eat almonds, especially the seasoned ones, like the smokehouse, the Blue Diamond Smokehouse almonds, they get stuck in your throat. And then I'll watch Nick Shabazz for sure to get kind of that final. I need the final red bow of reaffirmation sometimes, you know, and the bow gets tied by one of those three gentlemen a lot.
Is this like for research purposes or just for general entertainment?
I'd like to say research, but I already used the word reaffirmation, suggesting that I've already purchased it. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. I'm just as bad as everybody else. Like, I do the exact same thing that I think, like, all knife people do. And it makes it funny because we can't get out of our own bad habits. We just can't, you know?
You know, it's funny. I agree with you on that because there's, I would say from 2019 and all of 2020, I barely bought anything, right?
Yeah.
And then in 2021, towards the end of 2021, I basically struck a deal to do some ad reads and stuff for companies that my brother runs. And it was a pretty good chunk of change, like way more than AdSense has ever paid me. And AdSense has started to pay me little by little now.
That's good.
And as soon as that happened, bro, like I bought an F5.5 from Urban EDC Supply. So it's like I thought
that I got away from the curse, and like I'm totally wrong because now like I've bought a knife and then I'm looking like, oh, can I do quad pay on this? And I'm like, fuck, I'm doing it again. I'm back.
Man, at least, but listen, like when you jump back into it, you jumped back in with something like truly excellent, like the F5.5. That was on my recent top 50 greatest ever. That is a super duper good. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love that knife.
Yep.
Absolutely spectacular.
You know what I'm interested in? You have two Winter Blade Co. Are those factors, or what are they called now?
They're factors. So this is a custom and this is the production model. So this was, and Brian Winters is, I've been referring to him as the wizard.
Yeah.
Because these magnetic knives are so bizarre. And this old one, this was a custom variant where it had like a reverse rear frame lock. See how it comes apart right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was disengaging. And then he had this lever thingy, right? And it's still super wicked. But this new one, this production model, has the same idea. It comes out so you can put like a giant piece of tritium in there, but it's magnetic right there. And then this is magnetic. And then this switch, which disengages, it's like a disc lock that is a magnet. It is also magnetic. So the entire thing is magnetic, and it makes that super cool sort of wind chime noise, you know?
Yeah, dude. The anime sword unsheathing.
Dude, that is a tidal wave that has not yet happened. That is, this is a cool knife, but you know when you can feel pre-hype? Like, like before Goku turned Super Saiyan for the first time, and we all knew what was going to happen there, right? That's how that feels. Like to handle that production variant of that factor, because people are going to be able to get their hands on it for way less than the custom, and it's awesome. Like it's so fun. I love that knife. And Brian is like the nicest, coolest guy. You should reach out to him. He's so cool.
I've chatted with him a few times. He likes my
you did?
video.
Okay, awesome.
It's weird because like I feel like because I've definitely just gone all in on just being the silliest guy right now, and I just make funny sketches, and like a lot of makers like started following me and liking my shit, right?
Yeah.
And I would hit him up when a new one, comes along, like that Null Knives guy. I was like, I'd love to make some silly videos on your knives. They like all my stuff, but like no one really like said anything yet because I think my numbers aren't there yet. But I feel like that's gonna be like my thing, I guess. It's like I just make these silly videos every day that are knife content, but are more like meme lord kind of.
I love them. I watch all of them. I laugh like out loud, like not like I'm just gonna type LOL. I actually laugh with my mouth at the stuff that you make.
Yeah, thanks, man. I really have fun making them.
Do you want this is mine. Do you want me to send it to you so you can play with it and like make videos and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, I will, because you should experience that for sure. And you can carry it and like use it to cut stuff and all that too.
No, I definitely want to check it out, man. And let me ask you something like YouTube, like strategy wise. Like, did you change anything at all? Like, did you buy new gear, new camera equipment, or anything like that?
No, I mean, I upgrade my phone every 2 years. But I'm using the same Home Depot table. The background is also flooring from Home Depot still. And the camera arm, it was $12 on eBay. It's the same one.
Yeah.
And then it's just my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra and no mic. That's what it is.
So crazy, bro.
Yeah, I just like now it's like a point of pride. It's like how far can I go without upgrading anything? And but you guys know it's volume. It's the fact that I've got 2,400 uploads.
That's
all
crazy, dude.
Yeah, the algorithm doesn't know what to do with it. It's like, trying to keep them all together, but they keep just like getting through the cracks and going all over the place,
Yeah, you know, that's I guess that's my strategy, because I post my content like on all the platforms. Like I
Yeah,
make it native to each one. I don't just link it. You know what
yeah.
I mean? So like it's weird. Like on Facebook, I'm posting on EDC Philippines, bro. Like I have fans in there.
That's I didn't even know that existed, but that's
Yeah,
cool.
I didn't
Like,
either. Somebody invited me to it. They were like, "Yo, you should post in there because you're Filipino and like we're like underrepresented, you know, in the knife community." And I started posting my silly videos there, and they're like asking me in Tagalog, like, you know, "Sir, saan ko makabili to?" They're like, "Yo, where can I buy this and shit?" I'm like, "Damn, this is sick," you know. So I just started posting things everywhere. Like on Twitter, I do the worst because like it's all my friends are gamers. So if I'm not posting gaming related content or putting like a funny meme or something, like, you know, it's not gonna do well. But I still post there anyway, just in case, you know, like
yeah,
people
yeah.
will, find out and stuff. But I feel a lot better. I know, like I did that video where like I was fucking crying in it, and all you guys must have been really worried about me.
We were. I was like, oh, what? But like I felt my rib cage collapse a little bit. I was like, no, oh, this is so important. I felt that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was more like overcoming adversity, kind of, where like to show people that this content creator thing, like it's not always great. You know what I mean? Even for some of the bigger people, even you, I know sometimes you get burnt out.
100%. 100%. It's hard. You can't be excited about everything, and it shows through. You know, I was gonna tell you, it's not, and you know this, but just for anybody else, volume, certainly, that's a huge, like, that's such a critical part of, like, if you want to do this social media thing, volume is obviously a critical part of it. But if the passion element isn't there, man, it's just when you play Oregon Trail and you're like cock the wagon and float across, 50-50 chance the thing's gonna sink, man. Like, you have to, it's volume plus passion. You have to have those elements. So, and it's like there are certain things about this that suck, but there's so many things that still excite me. So I try to gravitate towards things that I know that I will love, so that I can keep that organic, real, like, yes, this is so exciting. I lost it for the this Crane's Cutlery Riat Jack that they
I was gonna
brought
ask
back.
you actually, like, which one of the knives on the table like still excite you, you know?
Dude, like, so
That
this
was
this is
crazy.
the Jack 1 from like 2017 or 18, but they brought it back into a 1.5. So this is an integral.
Ooh.
But it has it's M398, and it has two massive slabs of zircotai in it. So
Sick, dude.
this is spectacular. And I've always loved the Jack, and I traded my old one away, and my buddy Scott was like, "Hey, dude, they have these 1.5s at Crane's Cutlery." And I bought one. This isn't mine. This is Scott's, but I bought one for myself. And this is just, it's so awesome. I mean, yeah, you kind of have to like the real colorful stuff, but
Yeah. No, I like it, man.
I just think it's so beautiful. And I love zirconium. Like, it's not really new. It's new to me. Zircotai, or zirconium infused Timascus, I think is particularly beautiful. So I love to see it, like, especially it's in such massive chunks, like
That's
on this
huge.
guy, it's cool.
Huge, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, it's a big, and that's like a 9.25 inch knife. It's huge.
I see you have a hinder on the top left.
Yeah, that's my dark horse. That's another big boy.
Yeah.
For sure.
I have a hinderer question in the last segment that we have. It's gonna be fun, dude. I know you haven't been on the show in a while, and it's certainly changed. It's gotten a little bit more knife heavy towards the middle, and then the last is just like some crazy like stuff. Like I just prepare a lot of because of the StreamYard thing, I'm able to share my screens with you. I'm able to prepare a little bit more.
I love we've done this. This is number 3 for us, right?
I'm thinking it's 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I always have a blast. Our only issue is working out time to do it. That's our only. If we both worked at the same time, we would have done this like 20 times.
Yeah, That would have been great for the numbers, dude. That would have been so good. I mean, hopefully when Kelly gets out of school and she's going to be full-time surgical technician and
Nice.
making a
That's
little bit more
cool. Good
money.
for her.
And
That's
the plan is to really work just 4 days. I mean, we're both cranking out 6 days a week, bro.
Damn.
And she's in school too, 5 days a week.
That's heavy. Like when I sold cars, I was doing 6 days a week, but I wasn't in school. But I remember feeling so fried at the end of like a 6-day work week. I couldn't imagine doing school. Like I came home and played video games and every now and then went to the gym. But it's like, I'm trying to imagine coming home and be like, I guess it's time to study, or throw myself into a wood chipper,
The same thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it, man. I mean, I do work on the YouTube stuff, the social media stuff quite a bit, and it's probably another 25 plus hour a week job almost. Being a content creator, it's like, especially with all the streaming that, I mean, and that's the other thing too. Kelly does 2 podcasts a week on top of that.
Oh my gosh, man!
And we stream on Friday on Twitch, bro. Like we stopped for a little bit. We're gonna start that back up again because we got the PS5. We're gonna talk about Elden Ring later.
Oh, you have a PS5? Great, that's great because I cannot get one. I can't get a PS5.
Bro,
oh my god! Yes, we are gonna. I have it. I'm ready. I'm taking Friday off for that game.
I blew a bunch of so I've had this ad read sort of deal for 2 months. And I blew all the ad read money on a PS5. I paid like I got 2 controllers. I got the charging docks for the controllers, and I got 1 year of PlayStation Online, like a card, and a system. And it was like fucking expensive, bro. Like I'm talking. I mean, it wasn't.
It is. But you know what? That's your next 8 years of gaming. Like that's your next 8 years of content. Well, let's say 6 at least. Mm-hmm. So I'd say that's a sound investment, like I'm going to do it. I always have to grit my teeth, but it's like, I just can't not buy the new thing, the new console. That's just sorry. I know you have a segment for this. I don't want to take it.
No, it's fine. It's fine because the segment doesn't have to do with that.
Okay.
What's crazy is I told you guys the story in the YouTube Elites group chat.
The Elites.
So we were supposed to watch Uncharted, the movie with Tom Holland, right? Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
And then I've been talking a little bit like, we need to get a new TV because our TV is 11 years old, and it's not displaying the graphics correctly of the PS5, even though it looks great. And Kelly's like, why don't we just go to Best Buy and just take a look around? Little did I know, this girl was planning to buy a TV. Like she didn't tell me. And we walked out of there with a 65-inch Sony Bravia.
Awesome.
4K 20 hertz refresh rate. And then what's going to end up happening is in this box right now, the reason why I haven't thrown it away is my old Sony Bravia is in there, a 55-inch. And we had to wait for a new table that's going to go here. And then I'm going to use that as my monitor for everyday city carry. So it's going to be really insane, like the graphical stuff that's happened. And
that's cool. I bet you were pumped. Yeah, man. I bet you were so excited when you walked out of there.
Bro, I was like hugging it on the street. I had to take an Uber. And the guy that picked us up, he was really nice. And he's like, oh, it's not going to fit. And I was like, no, listen. Put the chairs down. My girl is 4'10". She's fine. I'll sit in the front. He let us do it. And it was crazy. We're bringing this giant thing in a really hood Bronx apartment. Oh my bro! I'm like, we gotta make sure no one sees us. They're gonna try to rob us, man. But speaking of video games, right? Have you been playing anything lately, or?
So I in preparation, kind of. I mean, true preparation would have been to go back and play Dark Souls, because I know that this is a spiritual. Is it fair to call it a spiritual successor?
I would say so. I watched a lot of reviews on it, bro.
I mean, yeah, and some people were mad. They're like, "This is basically Dark," and I was like, "That's what we want. It's that's what we want." But anyways, not true. Not truly preparing for it. I decided that I was going to go back and play Skyrim again.
Wow.
And so I leveled a character slowly, like just like a couple hours a day
That's
to 37 or so. So that's what I've been doing.
amazing, dude. I fucking love Skyrim, man.
It's so fun,
Yeah.
man. And I have like I got specific mods, like not game breaking mods, but like alterations to the terrain or better, like slightly better night vision or visibility, or just like better textures at night, or removing unnecessary textures so it loads distance better. And I like the immersion mods where like the weather is a lot more diverse and a lot more unpredictable, and little things like that to like make me. I like to shut all the lights off, and I basically want my peripherals to stop being aware of where I am, because I want to be in the game like so badly. And it's just my favorite thing. Scott, you know, like all the background noises and the wilderness noises, like it's so easy to be like, I've been sitting here for 17 hours.
Yes.
You know?
I've definitely done that with Skyrim, which was one of the reasons why I praised it so much, because I was more of like an online gamer type of guy, you know, Diablo 2, 3, Monster Hunter, you know, take down the next big boss with your friends. And then Skyrim is this, you know, solo like campaign type game where you just in this crazy world where all these funny glitches happen, and instead of you getting mad at the glitch, you're like happy about it. And like these, you know, these people feel kind of alive, but like also like dumb, but then not dumb, because it's like, it's this whole crazy world. And then, oh, look at this crab, let me fuck it up. And then all of a sudden a giant comes out and you're like, oh fuck, you know.
Isn't it funny how like you, no matter how long you play the game, you're still startled because the game is truly unpredictable. And you can have that game mapped out and figured out every last possible little tiny thing you think can happen in any circumstance, and the game will still surprise you. And I've had the shit scared out of me by NPCs in that game before, you know. Just like walking up behind you to tell you useless dialogue.
It's just so funny. All right, we're gonna get into some segments right now, so we can keep some of the knife people in here. I know the first 20 minutes I always just catch up with my friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's do so we're gonna play a segment called Sharp or Dull. It's kind of like Smash or Pass, but with knives, basically. I'm gonna show you a picture, or we're gonna go like look at a link or something, and you're gonna say sharp if it's good or dull if it's bad. All right.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Dang, this could be damning.
So you know, I was talking earlier about how Benchmade has kind of crossed over into the mainstream for more than a couple of reasons, and this is one perfect example right here. Is this a good thing? The Supreme Benchmade bug out. I'm sure this is going to cost a crap load of money, probably $400, and then it's going to be flipped on the secondary market for like $8,000 or something. And
dull.
So why is it dull though? Is it,
man? So
yeah, let me know.
The layers of irony here. So number one, I just now found out that Supreme is still going strong. That's a thing.
Yes.
You know, it took me a long time to figure out that it wasn't a meme in and of itself. Like it was an actual thing that people memed at the point. Then I forgot about it. Now I'm seeing it for the first time again. I don't know how to describe how dull this is for me. And the other part of it is I have a bug out that I like, but the standard bug out, I'm not a huge fan of. So this bothers me on so many levels. I do not like this at all. This is dull. I didn't listen, the folks at Benchmade, super cool. I love talking with them. I chat with them periodically. This is bizarre to me. I don't know. I don't understand how they arrived here.
So it's like I'm on the fence about it. Now, like, do I want this? Hell no. I'm not gonna even try to get something like this. But you know, in another sense too, like it might pull people into the hobby that wouldn't necessarily get into it.
You're exactly right. That's what's happening. And that I couldn't understand when you said Benchmade's going mainstream. I was like, what do you mean going? They've been mainstream. This is what you meant. You meant like
like crossing
mainstream.
over. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have like you know, like hype beast kids like get into EDC.
Right.
Which I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. I mean, I always think that, I mean, certainly what I'm doing with this meme lord type videos, it's attracting a different kind of demographic that people haven't tapped into before.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like people that are used to these, you know, maybe people that are not necessarily watching knife content, and I'm trying to make learning about knives or like more fun or entertaining for the most casual person, like a person who's never even owned a Swiss Army knife or maybe thought knives were dumb in the beginning. Like I'm presenting it to them in a way that's authentic to me because I'm a casual, and like, you know, letting them learn like what the steels are and stuff, like things that I know, but still making it like more palatable to just regular people.
Dude, being a casual, like I keep trying to tell myself and everybody else that I am also a casual, and
Bro,
it's because it's cooler. No, just don't pay attention to anything I've got. But like being a casual is way cooler than being like a knife elite. You know, this is how I think of it. In a lot of ways, we are existing in the fight. If the knife world is to push into the territory that Benchmade and James Brandt are trying to push into, then we live in the final days of the knife world being, you know, gated into, you know, true, like just regular knife. Like if it is to expand into that, it's going to change forever, whether the gatekeepers and the elitists want it to or not. And will it be healthy for the industry? Absolutely. Will it be good for content creators like you and me? Yeah, if we don't, you know, cross our arms and get stuck in our ways, for sure. But there's going to be a whole bunch of people that are just mad, you know, that like that new people are here enjoying it, which that is good. I think new people coming in to experience it however they want to is good. That's what I think. So
I'm gonna go even show you just like the screen. I did a screen grab of Supreme. Let me just show you real quick here. Look at this. It's just random stuff.
Man,
and then it's just all of a sudden like the Benchmade bug out is right here.
That is so random. You know what's funny? That bug out is the only US OEM thing on that page. Like, everything else is legitimately like the markup on that Benchmade is insane, but I guarantee you by percentage, I don't even know what the rest of that stuff is, but I guarantee the markup on it is absolutely ridiculous.
Like it's like these are pool floaters. And like a picnic blanket, a Supreme. Let me see if I can zoom in.
Dude, did Supreme make a brand?
There's a cast iron pot
right here. Dude, like I feel like Supreme, but I think they might be geniuses because the only people that I know, I don't actually even know them. The only people I'm aware of who sport Supreme anything are content creators and social media influencers. So it's a brand that's essentially only used to flex is that true? Or do you know people who walk around and wear Supreme stuff?
People that are like highly into the hip hop and sneaker world are mad into Supreme.
Are you serious? Okay,
yes. Like it's like knives for them. You know what I mean?
I'm so disconnected. Yeah. Is it high quality stuff or is it just
I don't know. In my other shop, I'm at A-List CBD. Shout out to A-List CBD. In A-List Unlimited, which is the shop that Kelly works at, there used to be in the back, they had a section for, I forgot the name of the company. They sold, you know, stuff like this, like Supreme book bags and sneakers, like sneakers that were like fucking $3,000, bro. Like Jordans that were bad. Like
God.
Yeah.
What?
And people were buying them like us. People would go there and check it out, handle it. Oh, do you have this size? That kind of stuff. And they would buy these things just like we do, like, you know, to other people that aren't into the knife world. Yeah. They would look at us like we're crazy. Like, why are you know what I mean? Like, but it's the same thing.
Like, you know how gun people are like, for that much, you could buy a what? Yes. And it's funny. Yes. It's like my brain was like, $3,000 for $3,000 you could buy a Herman Driver.
And they flip them too. They flip them too. You know how like they're like knife kind of, I don't know what they're called, like scalpers or secondary market, like sellers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They do the same thing. So they will line up like when there's a big opening and a new product is dropping.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that
and
on
the same
YouTube, and
thing.
this kid was so excited because he got a Supreme. It was literally it was a pry bar. It was a giant pry bar that just had the Supreme graphic on it. And the camera guy goes, "What are you going to do with that?" And he goes, "I don't know."
Yeah, he's like, this,
it's so random.
open a beer or something like.
Yeah, with it. I mean, that's kind of a cool way to open a beer. I should get one. Maybe I need one.
But to go even deeper into it, I do have so one of my favorite shows, and this is gonna be really weird to you because this is actually one of my favorite shows of all time. It's called Meat Eater. It's a hunting show, and what they do is they will hunt wild game, and these guys are all ethical hunters. They believe in fair chase. They live, they harvest all their meat and like try to get as much of it. And Benchmade is partnered up with Meat Eater, and I've seen like all their fucking knives on the show this like latest season and last season.
That's cool.
Like, so they are like pulling a lot of moves to kind of cross over into other shit. And Meat Eater,
I think that one's
show
cool
on Netflix, and really high quality. And look at this, they have the Meat Crafter, which is like a knife that I think we were making fun of this.
Yeah.
But like hunters and stuff, it probably makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure it does. And I remember seeing that, and I talked with their person recently, and I was like, going over everything, and they were like, "We know you're probably not interested in the meat craft." They're like, "No, it's not. It's not much there for me." But I can understand, right? Because their demographic includes so many different types of, people. But this is a smart move because they're getting their stuff out there that's being used in the environments that us, couch ninjas can only pretend to know. Like me, I'm like, no, I'm just a guy who puts it on a table and goes, "Oh, it's shiny," right? Like, but these guys are out there using it, right? This is field testing, and at the same time, it's promotion, right? So
yeah, I watched I think it was season 10, part 2. So they split it in 2 parts, and this is on Netflix, bro. Like, Benchmade,
that sounds cool.
That butterfly logo is on fucking Netflix. Like, they're skinning whatever, like a quarter or something. And all I see here, it's so funny. I don't know why I zeroed in on this. It says "the best boning." And that's like the only thing that I read. The best boning processing.
The best boning.
The best.
You wonder if they think that. They accidentally got plugged on PewDiePie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because PewDiePie is like unironically into ballad songs. So he did he bought a bunch of Mall Ninja stuff from Amazon, including he likes to fidget while he's doing his stuff, and he has like trainer ballad songs. And he did a whole episode about watching people who were really good at ballad song tricks, and he was commenting. He was like, "It's so cringe, but at the same time, it's honestly kind of impressive." And guess where they were? They were at freaking Blade Show, and Benchmade had their freaking logo in the background of the competition. And I was like, "Oh my god!" So I messaged Benchmade. I was like, "Did you guys see?" And they said, "Yeah, we got sent. This was sent like by 1,000 people."
That's awesome, man.
I know, that's cool.
This kind of stuff, like, I think is really cool. And the fact that the hunting show is on Netflix, like, period. Like, this is one of their big shows.
Yeah.
And it's weird that I like it. When I tell people I love Meat Eater, they're like, "What? You live in fucking New York?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm going hunting when I go to Hawaii in May, bitch. What are you talking about?" Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love that, like, we're slowly, like, I mean, all of us are regular people, but like a lot of us, I know that, like, people are like, "I'm a lone wolf and I wave my Cold Steel Espada XL in front of Karen." It's like, okay, but for the rest of us, like, not wanting to scare the absolute shit out of our peers who aren't knife people, we kind of keep this stuff. Like, it's anybody who's interested. I'm like, yeah, I like knives, but people who I think might be a little nervous, and I don't bring it up. But the more commonplace it is, I think that's the pros vastly outweigh the cons, because not only will more people view knives as number one, just interesting objects in general. I mean, like pocket knives they're just fun. They're interesting. But also more people are likely to view them as tools. Oh, I see the application, like for this show. I see this specific knife is good for this or that, right? And then it gives people that impression of them rather than scary murder weapon. Only people who carry knives are only interested in doing harm, like that sucks. That gives us all a bad image.
Yes.
So I think this is great. Not everybody's going to agree with you and I.
So are you reverting back to sharp then instead of dull?
I'm not for the Supreme. Like, it's like I get why Benchmade did that, but I was like, to see the Benchmade bug out silhouette, which automatically makes me think of the hollowed out Grivery version, which I don't like. I like my titanium one. I like this one.
Yeah.
But to amend that and then seeing the Supreme logo, which I've been brainwashed to like cringe every time I see Supreme. To see those two things together, I feel like I'm getting activated. Like Winter Soldier.
That's so funny. Yeah, I definitely cringed at it at first, but it made me think of, what if somebody like never was really into knives and got into it because of it?
That's true.
And it was an actual like decent participating member of the knife community. You know what I mean? Like I thought it would be pretty cool. So I'm kind of like on the Supreme thing, I'm kind of in the middle on it, but the Benchmade like on Meat Eater is like I'm sharp all the way,
Yeah. I think that's fair. Reactionary. My old man reactionary response to the Supreme thing is like, I'm just saying. But like, like you said, perhaps we could that will draw in, people who really could appreciate the hobby for lots of different reasons.
Imagine Kanye West just starts getting into EDC, bro. And he starts going crazy.
Oh my God! As long as
he starts rapping, but what if he starts rapping about it and the next album is like, you know what I mean?
What then Pete Davidson comes in and like starts to get better deals and he starts stealing all his collabs.
Oh my God. I'm gonna share some let's move on to the next thing. So this is actually like knife stuff here. Pretty sure I know what your answer is already, but I wanted to just double check. This is the Hinderer, the recurve, XM18 3.5. So a lot of these things are going to come from Blade HQ's new arrivals list.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know what your thoughts are on this one.
Yeah, that's going to be sharp for me. I'll be honest with you though. The recurve is my least favorite blade shape of all of the Hinderer blade shapes. This used to be a custom only blade shape only recently. Only within the last I'd say year and a half has the recurve actually made it into production form. And much like the Hellfire grind, which you should look up if you've never seen. Yeah. Much like the Hellfire grind, the recurve was a custom only for over a decade, if I remember correctly. So, like, but yeah, it's still sharp. It's still very sharp.
A Hellfire grind like right now. Okay.
Yeah, look it up.
Look at that real quick. So you're going sharp all the way for this recurve guy, huh?
Sharp all the way. I mean, truthfully, like functionally, a recurve like is legitimately. I mean, it's not just figuratively as sharp. It's literally draws material into the belly, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's true. It's just a bitch to sharpen if you're not good at sharpening. That's the only reason why I don't like it, because I'm not good at sharpening. We were talking about the Hinderer Hellfire grind, which I didn't know. I must have seen this on Instagram before, but these look pretty dope, man.
Oh, so now that we're here, like, let's talk about some other weird grinds that might be they actually might be difficult to find.
Okay.
So this is the Hellfire grind, and this is a custom only grind because I know people are going to say, where can I get that? Where can I get that? Not for anything less than $2,000, and you have to find one of the very few people who actually have them. There's so few of them out there, but look up Hinderer Aggressor Tanto.
Aggressor Tanto.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
There we go. That is the most wicked. That is a compound clip point Tanto.
That's insane, dude. That
Yeah.
looks so sick.
Really nasty grind from Hinder. And one of the nastiest harpoons, or no, I'm sorry, it's almost a harpoon. It's one of the nastiest Tantos I've ever seen in my life. And
That's
then
so dope.
the last one, which Google, it's so rare, Google might not actually pull it, but I think it's a harpoon Hellfire. And I think only 2 exist. So
That thing?
yeah, see, no, it's not that. It's real hard. Google doesn't know it exists because I think it only exists in the Hinderer collectors group in the gallery. I think the people who own them have only uploaded a couple pictures, and that's where they sit. They sit as like these weird relics. But it's so wild. And Hinderer says like these are never coming to production. These were just fun things that I did. And like, so me, I'm just like, oh, why? That's the only hope I have of ever getting one, So,
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, fuck. So we're going sharp all day on the Hinderer, I guess, right?
yeah. So you said Hinder, and I got all sidetracked, man.
No, it's fine. That's exactly why I wanted to do that. Let's go to the next one here. I wonder if you're gonna like this guy.
Okay.
Let's see. How do I? Oh shit! I'm like zoomed in all the way. We're looking at the meat eater stuff. How do I open this? There we go. So this is like, again, I don't really hand select this stuff. I just take them from Blade HQ's new arrivals list. Okay.
All right.
So this is the Bear Ops Action XV. It's $105. It is an auto. Here, let me zoom in a little bit for you. The blade steel is 14C28N. Kind of interesting for an auto, right?
Yeah.
And, you're looking at aluminum scales, of course, 2.62 ounces, made in the USA, $109, dude.
Okay. If it really is made in the USA, not like, because there's a few companies who are like, yeah, we order all the parts in and we put them together here in the United States. That's not made in USA. If they actually do manufacture that in the USA, a lot of people are going to say instinctively 14C28N belongs on knife, costs less than blah, 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 because they reduce the value to the materials alone. Mm-hmm. I say, especially living in an age of extreme inflation, if you can get, let's say it's just mostly made in the United States with some outsourced parts, aluminum, 14C28N, I'm going to say this is sharp. I kind of like this. In fact, I'm kind of interested in it. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, $100 pretty much.
Yeah.
USA made auto with 14C28N, you don't see that a lot.
No, here's when you used to see it. And it wasn't an auto. The closest thing we've ever seen to this is what Kershaw was doing in the assisted realm at about $80, like 5 years ago. But that's just not. This. I think this is cool, and this is the most under attacked price territory. The $100 price range, or slightly above it, is so. It's basically dominated by Kershaw. So I mean, for USA stuff. So I think that's cool. I think that's an interesting knife, and it looks cool too.
Yeah. Yep. I was gonna go sharp on it too. All right, we'll go to the next one. So Bear Ops, we're going sharp on that. Let's go to the next one here, and boom, share it with you. Yeah, see, we have no more problems now, and it's funny because I was like talking up StreamYard for a while. This is the most
StreamYard's so good,
bro. This is the most technical difficulty I've ever had in almost 2 years using it. Like,
oh no, I'm cursed.
This is the Concept Knives Mikkel Williamson EDC tack knife, $139 for S35VN. This is made in China, I'm sure. And you've got G10 and titanium, 3.8 ounce weight. Mikkel Williamson designed it. It's a button lock.
Sharp.
Sharp.
You have it.
Oh. Oh shit! Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah.
He's like sharp. He just whips it out. He's like, it's sharp, bro. I have it.
Yeah. This is.
I thought it would.
I'm really glad that they are going after the whole button lock thing, because this is definitely a fad right now, but it's also like It's a cool one, and these I find button locks to be utilitarian, and this is a good. I think this is a pretty good design. It's kind of wacky, it's kind of all over the place, but it's a well designed button lock. And knowing concept at their price points, I think this is going to be for people who want to go a little bit more than your Civivi stuff, but not quite up there where the Malibu is. I think that this what was the price on this guy? Could you see it?
139.
Yeah, that's where it should be, and it's good. Is this S35VN? I haven't even looked.
Yes.
Yeah. If you remind me if you like this one, in fact, you can just have this when I'm done with it. Yeah, that's fine. Because like if you like this one, I didn't even ask you what you thought of it, but I think this is cool. So yeah.
I'm gonna go sharp on it because I love button locks. I was worried because sometimes button locks, man, like they don't do it well, you know, and I've been spoiled by the Malibu. So it's kind of like, you know, you kind of get into this whole it should never have like the stick like at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you get to the cheaper models, you know, that's what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? But yeah, judging from what you were doing, like it's super smooth. Is there any
it's
like
cool.
at all?
It's got a couple of little quirks, but it's good, and they're going after the right territory. And I figure, you know, you can, if you like button locks, you can use it for some stuff, and then if you want to keep it, great. If not, you can give it away or whatever you want to do. But I have concepts.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, dude, like concept sends like a box of stuff. So
I wish they would send me stuff.
They should. I'll tell you what. I'll tell the
like,
lady.
yo, do you want meme lord content?
They want
Asian man.
They do. They want. They have a shotgun strategy. They do want that. I guarantee it. And I'll tell her. I'll be like, reach out to Ray. Like, do that.
Be like, yo, his tactical hobo video hit 500,000 views on TikTok.
Oh, okay, great.
Do you want TikTok content? Yeah. So what I do when I make you know how it was I said I post everywhere. So like the videos that I post on Instagram, I have to censor the action stuff.
That is so
but the
stupid.
It is very stupid, right? But the action portion is literally like 10 seconds of a 1-minute video. And I feel that in order for just to have a knife content creator on TikTok that's posting every day that's not getting flagged, I feel like that's a win for us. You know what I mean?
I mean, that is. In fact, I got to be honest with you. I'm waiting for you to go, dude. They're not flagging content anymore. It's totally. If you gave me the green light, I would be on TikTok in a heartbeat because it's ripe territory for like you know. Obviously, like I would never transfer the main hub to TikTok, but would I use another social media platform to draw people in to view my content? Well, absolutely, I would. I think you know, content creators in general, you should be looking for ways to share your content all the time. But just from what I've heard, they just make it so difficult.
Technical the difficulties are plenty, including my. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna keep it going, man. So we're gonna go to the next thing. We said the Bear Ops was a sharp, and let's see whether. Oh, this is a fun one right here. Okay, so is the audio good?
Yes, the audio is good.
Okay, all right. So this is. There you go. The Kaiser Cyberblade, I guess modeled after the Cybertruck is what I'm assuming.
Man, okay, so I'm gonna say sharp, and here's why. Before everybody is like, I am unsubscribing that guy. So I just reached out to oh my god, I can't get the right. It's one of the retailers I work with. I can't remember who it is. But I said I actually would really like to look at that because it's so knives like this tell me that companies like Kaiser have a sense of humor, right? Yeah. And I like that. Like I don't need everything to be, you know, like code midnight tactical all the time. Yep. I kind of like it to be fun here and there. Do I think it's the most practical knife in the world? Absolutely not. I think it's ridiculous. And why? The Cybertruck? But it's kind of funny. It's so obscure, you know?
Yeah.
So sharp in that sense.
Yes.
But
Dude,
in
it's
like a
M390
totally,
too. Like, what the hell?
yeah, what? It is? I had no
Yeah.
idea. I thought it was like S35, you know?
It's all
Oh,
bearings. It's my Carter scales. I mean,
wow.
it's pretty insane. You know, I kind of
Dude,
like want to try it, you know?
dude, that's so random. Like, but, you know, like, okay, somebody's going to carry that. You know that at least one person is going to carry that and think it's the most incredible. Like, they're going to think they're freaking Elon Musk walking around with that thing in their pocket, you know?
Yeah.
It's yeah. It's so weird. It's so weird that it has to know that it's a joke. You know, that's the
Yeah.
way I think.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna say like sharp on it too, just because of how like odd it is, and sometimes I like odd things. You know, I mean, I married Kelly. I'm just kidding. She's right in the other room.
Is
She's
she there? I was
probably
gonna say.
but no, I'm gonna go sharp on this, man. And I think it's priced like reasonably well for my Carta and M390, even if it's made in China. Like it's 80.
Usually, Kaiser's pretty good about that. You know,
Yeah,
like they seem to have kept like people crack their jokes and all that, but Kaiser has, you know, traditionally had really good pricing. So
yeah. And they created concept by fucking taking the people that
accidents.
by accident. So, you know, thank you. Shout out to Kaiser.
Yes.
We're gonna go into the last segment. All right, I did have a lot of sharper dolls for you already, but with the technical difficulty and all that stuff, it's been
Sure.
crazy. And we fucking went off on a hinder
I
tangent,
know.
which was
Sorry.
awesome. Like,
That's my fault.
all right, so I'm gonna this next segment is called Versus, and I basically present to you like two scenarios, and you're gonna have to choose one. It's kind of like Would You Rather, if you will. Okay.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. So we're gonna do this right now. So the first one, here you can see this, right? It says Elden
Okay.
Ring right there. So
Okay.
okay, the first scenario is you have to carry Kershaws only for the rest of your life, but you get to play Elden Ring like right now, right? Or the second scenario is you get to carry Hinderers for the rest of your life, but you will never play a Souls game or Elden Ring like ever.
Oh my God. Why would you do this to me? Like, and then especially it's so like emotionally raw right now because the game's about to come out. Dude. Okay, so like I am more of a knife nut than I am a gamer. So
Okay.
fr as frustrating as these images are, I would rather never get to. I can never play Souls games either. Jeez, that's rough, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather carry Hinders forever and not get to play Elden Ring, but I would be very, very upset about, and I would be probably I'd say 15% more miserable
Yeah.
till I die.
You would just watch people play it, probably.
Yeah. I like don't talk to me about that. Just sit there in the corner and flip my
Speaking of Elden Ring, by the way, you know you can preload the game right now, so when it comes out, you don't have to download anything.
I'm so glad.
I'm doing that tonight, bro.
Dude, I'm so glad you told me that because does it do you have to pay something or how does it?
No, so when you preload the game for any of the systems, including PC or PS4 or PS5, whatever, you don't need to buy anything. You could just preload it, and then when you buy the disc, or if you are gonna buy it on the PlayStation Store, like you just don't have to download that huge chunk, so you can just play the game right away. I read about that today. I've been watching a ton of Elden Ring content, even though I'm not a Dark Souls like gamer.
Yeah.
This one has me so excited.
But you play Monster Hunter, right?
I play Monster Hunter, and it's weird because I should be good at Dark Souls, and I'm fucking terrible at it.
I mean, like everybody is terrible. It took me, I played and then quit and came back like 5 years later to play again. Dark Souls wrecked me, like made me so angry. It made me want, because everybody was like, "Oh, you're not a gamer until you play Dark Souls," and I was like, "Man, shut up!" I go to play it, and the game destroys me, and I was like, I don't have to face this reality. I can just not play the game. It destroys everybody. But Yeah, you should come back because if you're good at Monster Hunter,
Mhm.
it should eventually translate to Dark Souls. It just takes a bit. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So it's like the reason I'm excited is like the open world stuff I heard is gonna be a lot easier for newcomers to get into, but then when you dive into the dungeons, it's like just as hard or even harder than the
Okay.
dungeons,
Yeah.
So going open world, like doing the Skyrim-y type stuff and exploring things is gonna be a little bit easier because you can just run away.
Yeah.
And they say that it's gonna get new players like really into it. So
That's
yeah.
wonderful.
And the multiplayer aspect, I mean, I can't dude, it's gonna be crazy.
I'm so excited. And I'm so glad you told me that I could pre-order it because I was ready to go up to GameStop at 10 o'clock in the morning in my sweatpants.
Yeah. You probably still have to do that if you're buying the disc version, but you could preload, when even though you buy the disc, right?
Yeah.
You put in the disc, you're like ready to play. It's like downloading and it takes like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can preload the forever part now.
Okay, good. I'm going to do that.
Disc, you can just pop it in and you're ready to go.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Right after this, I'm going to That's why I had sound trouble. This is like I'm preloading the game right now. Yeah, I'm doing that immediately. All right, so we're gonna go to the next guy here, and I don't even remember what I did. Oh yeah, okay, this is a fun one too. So you have to save your family. Okay, your family's gonna be murdered by one of these two people.
Okay.
And so you either have to fight Leatherface, and Chucky will help you. Like he's your boy. He's gonna help you take him down.
All right.
Or are you going to fight Pinhead and Leprechaun is going to help you?
Dude, there is no way that I would try to fight Pinhead. From what I understand about the movies, and it's been a while, I'm going to have to go with example A, the first one there. I feel like I'd have a better chance as a mortal.
Yeah.
But I feel like Pinhead, yeah, he's the most powerful of that quadfecta there. Am I?
The Leprechaun is also pretty powerful. I mean, he grants you wishes and shit, right? And like
that is true. You really did
that Pinhead gets blown the fuck up or something, or I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my God's going.
Does he grant wishes? He does, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the first. Fighting Pinhead would actually be terrifying. I don't know why I find him so. That movie was so. I haven't seen all of them. How many of them are there?
There's a lot, but the first two are like the best.
Terrifying. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You open the box. We came. Oh shit. So scary.
I used to work at a movie gallery when I first moved to the town I live in, the city I live in now for college. I worked at a movie gallery, which was just like a video rental place, and they let us rent whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted, for free. And I just thought that was the coolest perk. And I remember watching Hellraiser for the first time as a 19-year-old and thinking, This is absolutely terrifying.
I was younger than you, bro. I think I must have been like, how old are you when you're in 5th grade?
When I was in 5th grade, 11?
Yeah, I was like 11 when I watched Hellraiser 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it was I remember there was one dude that got away, right? Like the dad in the first one, and then they brought him back to hell. And then he had all the hooks on him, and then Pinhead goes like, "And Jesus wept," and just like tore him apart.
Oh my gosh, man! It's been so many years, and like I'd forgotten about that scene, and you just brought it all back all at the same time.
That was amazing. So I know that you didn't want to get on cam tonight, and I had a theory about it, and I was like, I wonder what it is. Like, I was like, maybe he's just been like letting himself go, and he hasn't been working out a lot. The last versus segment here is you have to choose one of these anime physiques, right?
Okay.
And you will have it. Okay. So we have Brawly, which you know.
Right.
We have the middle guy is Biscuit Oliva. He's kind of like the bodybuilder style, and then you have like the shredded guy. His name is Baki on the third one.
Okay, I'm familiar with.
Physiques are you gonna go with?
I'm familiar with 1 and 3, and I have to go with Brawly by default. Like, to me, Brawly is like, that's what happens when you are like genetically gifted to start with, and then it goes so far beyond what the human physique. Like, if you have you watched that movie where that
Yes.
image is from? Like the final, like where he's so out of control and he's just stomping and the ground is being ripped up underneath it. Like, that's just, it's such an impossible physique. And he's supposed to be 10 feet, if I remember correctly, 10 foot
What?
5, because, and so let me, you know, something funny about Brawly is they have taken all of the movies, like the fans have taken all the movies and they've measured him against other characters, like the way they draw him beside other characters, and then characters beside other common objects to determine how tall
Yeah.
everybody is.
Yep.
Wally should be 10 foot 5 and weigh like 900 pounds.
Oh my God. Dude, look at his shoulders are bigger than his face, bro.
Yeah, his shoulders are freaking crazy. Oh my gosh. No, it's so this was the reason. It's because I have a Gatorade here, and I have and I just didn't want to constantly have that in my face the whole time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, I wonder what it is. Like, maybe he just wanted to show his face right now, or like his setup is like
I got really fat, and I was like, I don't want to.
Oh man. Yo, dude, thank you so much for doing the show, man. It was a lot of fun catching up with a homie, of course.
Dude,
and,
absolutely.
Got a Kansept knife out of it, and you're gonna get to play with a winter blade code. This is like,
yeah, you honestly, you should, like, you know, we should talk about this, because I always have piles of stuff, and before I give it away, like, because I give stuff away a lot. You should be like, hey, before you do that, let me see if there's something I want to look at real quick, and I'll just send it to you.
And before we go, actually, let's promote your giveaway on Saturday. That's going to take place at what time?
Awesome. Thank you for letting me do that. It's going to be 7 o'clock Central Standard Time on Saturday evening.
All right. That's going to be awesome. And you're giving away like all this crazy stuff. You're giving away like a Sharp by Design, right?
Yeah, that's the big one. So I'm giving away a Concept Convict, which is around $200. The Lion Steel and Spyderco Spy Opera and M390. The Wii Elementum in titanium and 20 TB.
$500.
Yeah. And then I also have an Auxworks Osprey EDX.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yes, very good. And those are hard to get. Those are sold out. Eric actually sent me that. And then finally the Sharp by Design. I did snag an all black. I'll show it off here real quick, because I have I got the box of those here. But oh, sorry. Oops. Everything's all piled on top of it. I grabbed the Wii twice. The blacked outs. I have one, but I decided to grab another one. The all black Sharp by Design Mini Tempest, and this is I've said this before. I'll say it now. This is the best front flipper on the market by a landslide. This is so perfectly designed. And I just think it's so sleek, and the ratios are incredible. You know, it looks so small and compact but then you open it up and you're like, holy cow, because the blade to handle ratio is just amazing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a good one for sure. So
that looks so smooth too. That's so awesome. So guys, tune in to Metal Complex. He's going live 7 p.m. Central, right?
Yes, sir.
7 p.m. Central on Metal Complex's channel. Follow him on Instagram, metal_complex. This is your boy Ray, and this is the Everyday City Carry saying peace.
This video was brought to you by Asia the Amazing Outdoors. Located in Woodridge, New York, you can enjoy the amazing outdoors in the Catskills. There's camping, ATV rentals, ATV riding lessons, guided ATV tours, and much more. Give them a follow on Instagram and shoot them a DM for inquiry. Or you can email them at asianewyork@gmail.com. This video is brought to you by the Beautiful Leather Goods by Andar. All products are 100% full grain leather. Orders over $35 get free shipping automatically. You get free exchanges, and a 90-day return policy. Maybe you want to pick up the Apollo. Or if you're like me and you want to go super minimal and slim, you'll probably check out the Monarch. And our wallets have this cool unique pull tab. They go like this, getting your cards out. That allows quick access to your cards. Head over to andar.com and use promo code EDCC to get 15% off your entire order.
Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.